What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Roger Report. First up, we're talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the numbers are painting a worrying picture even with their 2-1 record. Are they the worst 2-1 team in the league? We've got the stats that suggest major trouble is brewing, especially with a tough matchup against the Vikings on the horizon. You're not going to believe what the defense is giving up. Next, we're digging into the Steelers' offense, and folks, it's not pretty. Despite a win, the offensive struggles are glaring, and the question is, who's to blame? We're breaking down why the run game isn't working, why the passing attack looks so limited, and whether Aaron Rodgers is getting the support he needs. Is it time to put it all on Rodgers, or is the scheme holding him back? Now, we're shifting gears to a fascinating prediction about Aaron Rodgers' future. His former teammate, Randall Cobb, is weighing in, and his insights are something else. Cobb believes Rodgers might be nearing the end of his incredible career. We'll explore what this means for Rodgers and the Steelers, and what factors could influence his decision to hang up his cleats. Is this his final season? And that brings us to our final story, a deep dive into the Steelers' defense and the intriguing possibility of Aaron Rodgers finding his rhythm in the red zone. Plus, we'll hear from a former teammate with a bold prediction about Rodgers' NFL future. You absolutely need to hear this. If you love football analysis, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Steelers numbers scream trouble ahead. Pittsburgh is sitting at 2-1, tied for the AFC North lead, but don't let that record fool you. The underlying numbers reveal a defense that's getting absolutely shredded week after week. Take their recent win against the Patriots, for instance. While the box score shows 5 turnovers forced, it was more a case of New England's self-inflicted wounds than Pittsburgh's defensive prowess. Fumbles at critical junctures, interceptions in the red zone, the Patriots handed the Steelers opportunities on a silver platter, yet the game remained close until the very end. This defensive performance is raising serious alarms, especially when you consider they've allowed touchdowns on a staggering 64% of opponent red zone drives. Now, they're staring down a Minnesota Vikings team that is clicking on all cylinders offensively and defensively. The Vikings, fresh off a dominant win, present a completely different challenge, and the Steelers' current defensive metrics suggest a very long day is ahead. Don't go anywhere, because the Vikings' offensive firepower is about to be put under the microscope. And next, we're dissecting the Steelers' offensive woes and asking if Aaron Rodgers is the answer or part of the problem. Steelers' offense needs a Rodgers revolution. The Pittsburgh Steelers secured a win, but their offense looked stagnant for large stretches, a recurring theme this season. Despite the defense forcing 5 turnovers against the Patriots, the offense only managed to capitalize twice, highlighting a critical lack of execution and creativity. The run game is virtually non-existent, and outside of a promising Week 1 performance, the passing attack has been inconsistent at best. This has led to widespread debate. Is the offensive scheme flawed, or is it time to fully unleash Aaron Rodgers? Analysts suggest that the current run-first mentality is clashing with the team's personnel and the realities of the modern NFL. With an arm still capable of making every throw, many believe Rodgers should be the focal point, utilizing play action and intermediate routes to open up opportunities. The current usage of playmakers like DK Metcalf and Calvin Austin, who are being confined to short yardage plays, is also drawing criticism. The question remains, what's the point of having a veteran quarterback like Rodgers if the offense isn't built to leverage his strengths? But what does the future hold for Aaron Rodgers beyond this season? We're about to find out as a former teammate makes a bold prediction about his career trajectory. Rodgers' future, a former teammate's prediction. Speculation is mounting about Aaron Rodgers' NFL future, and a significant voice has emerged, his former teammate Randall Cobb. Speaking on the Glory Days podcast, Cobb, who has shared multiple stints with Rodgers, expressed his belief that Rodgers' current season with the Steelers could very well be his last. Cobb suggests that if Rodgers remains healthy, he might realistically consider retirement after this year, or perhaps play for 1 or 2 more seasons. This prediction aligns with Rodgers' own hesitations about his future in the offseason, where personal matters and a desire to avoid ending his career on a sour note after his time with the Jets played a role. The possibility of a Super Bowl run with the Steelers could influence his decision, but Cobb's close relationship with Rodgers lends significant weight to his assessment. It seems Rodgers is seeking closure, and if he finds it this season, retirement could be a very real option. Could Rodgers still be a force in the red zone, or is it just a mirage? We're diving into that question, and more as we look at the Steelers' defense and Rodgers' impact. Steelers' defensive questions and Rodgers' red zone impact. As the Pittsburgh Steelers navigate their season, questions are arising about their defense, with some speculating if a newer, more aggressive scheme is contributing to their struggles. Simultaneously, there's an ongoing discussion about Aaron Rodgers' effectiveness, particularly in the red zone. Is his performance there a sign of renewed vigor or a temporary illusion? While the team's overall record stands at 2-1, the defensive metrics are concerning, giving up a high percentage of touchdowns in the red zone. This raises doubts about their ability to contain potent offenses. Adding another layer to the narrative, former teammate Randall Cobb has publicly predicted that Rodgers may retire after this season, adding a sense of urgency to the Steelers' current campaign. The confluence of defensive concerns and speculation about Rodgers' future creates a complex picture for Pittsburgh as they aim to contend. That's all the news for today, but don't go anywhere. We've got a rapid-fire recap and a huge call to action coming your way right after this. The Pittsburgh Steelers are showing cracks in their defense despite a 2-1 start. The offense is struggling to find consistency, raising questions about scheme and quarterback usage. Former teammate Randall Cobb predicts Aaron Rodgers might retire after this season. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the Rodger Report for all your latest NFL insights, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single upload, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social media platforms for even more exclusive content. We'll see you next time.